Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Janelle Brown has always been seen as the calm, steady, and rational voice of the Sister Wives family, but behind that composed demeanor is a woman who, like anyone else, has limits, frustrations, and an emotional threshold that can be pushed too far. And recently, she shocked fans and insiders alike when she allegedly exploded with the cutting statement, "She is just a disgusting woman. She's trying to dumb me," which immediately sparked a firestorm of speculation about who the target of her words really was, whether it was aimed at Robin, Mary, or even someone outside the Sister Wives circle. And the fallout from her outburst has only added to the tension surrounding the fractured Brown family. Janelle has long endured years of polygamous drama, particularly dealing with Cody's favoritism, his volatile outbursts, and the never-ending struggle for equality among the wives. But Janelle has also shown remarkable patience, often swallowing her emotions in order to keep the peace, yet her eruption with such sharp and shocking words proves that even the most even-tempered person can reach a breaking point. And in this case, the breaking point seemed to stem from someone deliberately belittling her, treating her as if she were less intelligent, less capable, and less worthy than she really is, which for Janelle, who prides herself on independence, financial savvy, and personal strength, was the ultimate insult. When she declared that someone was trying to dumb her, she wasn't just talking about a passing comment, but about a deeper pattern of behavior, an ongoing attempt to make her feel small, inferior, and powerless, and her reaction was laced with years of pent-up frustration finally boiling over, making it one of the rawest and most unfiltered moments in Sister Wives history, one that fans cannot stop dissecting because the biggest question remains: who exactly was Janelle calling out? Some believe the venom was directed squarely at Robin, who has long been portrayed as the favorite wife in Cody's eyes, with Janelle and Christine both acknowledging the blatant imbalance in how Cody divided his time, resources, and affection. And fans have often accused Robin of manipulating situations to her advantage, swooping in to secure her own stability while the other wives were left in the dust. And if Janelle saw Robin as the mastermind behind efforts to minimize her opinions or make her feel less than, then her explosion suddenly makes perfect sense, because for years she sat quietly as Robin's presence reshaped the entire family dynamic, watching her own relationship with Cody deteriorate. And to finally erupt with such a sharp condemnation would signal that Janelle has reached the point of no return in her tolerance for Robin's influence. Others, however, argue that her words may have been aimed at Mary, whose complicated relationship with Janelle has been no secret, as the two women have clashed for decades, sometimes in subtle ways and sometimes in open confrontation. And it wouldn't be far-fetched for Janelle to feel that Mary had tried to belittle her or undermine her intelligence, particularly given Mary's reputation for icy comments and her own sense of superiority within the family structure, which could have led Janelle to snap and call her disgusting for trying to reduce her worth. And still, some speculate that perhaps Janelle's fury wasn't directed at either Robin or Mary, but at Cody himself, because Cody has repeatedly dismissed Janelle's voice in family matters, spoken down to her during heated conversations, and acted as if her perspective didn't matter. All of which could have built up to a moment where Janelle no longer could contain her anger, lashing out with words that were not just defensive but deeply personal, signaling that she is no longer willing to sit back and be treated like she's foolish, incapable, or unworthy of respect. The phrase "trying to dumb me," in particular, resonates with fans because it reflects something so many viewers have noticed: how Cody has a habit of steamrolling over his wives' opinions, especially when it comes to financial or property discussions, often talking in circles or using confusing language to keep control of the narrative. And Janelle, who has always been business-minded and financially literate, may have reached her breaking point at being treated as though she couldn't comprehend matters that she is, in fact, more than capable of handling. And her explosion could be seen as her finally reclaiming her voice and asserting her intelligence in the face of being minimized for far too long. Fans online have cheered her for this moment, calling it empowering, authentic, and overdue, with many arguing that Janelle should have called out this behavior years ago. Because while she often played the role of peacemaker, it came at the cost of her own dignity and emotional well-being. And seeing her drop the filter and say exactly how she felt was like a breath of fresh air. Proof that she will no longer allow herself to be silenced or diminished by anyone, whether it's Robin, Mary, or Cody himself. Her words also highlight the broader struggle within the Brown family dynamic, one defined by constant jockeying for control, validation, and respect, with Cody at the center pitting wives against one another, whether intentionally or through neglect. And Janelle's eruption reveals just how toxic the environment has become, because for her to describe another woman in the family as disgusting is a level of raw honesty rarely seen in a culture where plural wives are expected to publicly support one another, even when privately they may seethe with resentment. And this moment may be remembered as one of the clearest signs that the sisterhood bond was shattered beyond repair. Christine had already walked away, Mary had openly expressed her isolation, and now Janelle's fiery words make it clear she no longer sees her co-wives with admiration or solidarity, but rather with disgust and suspicion, which is a radical departure from the united front they once tried to portray to the world. And fans can't help but feel that this is the true unraveling of the sister wives experiment in real time. For Janelle personally, the outburst also marks a turning point in her own identity, because she has always been portrayed as the practical one, the wife who could compartmentalize emotions, focus on the logistics, and make the family run. But her declaration that she is sick of being demeaned shows that practicality has its limits, and that she too demands recognition, respect, and validation. And this shift could redefine her public image from the quiet, steady wife to the empowered truth-teller, a transformation that fans are already embracing as they rally behind her words, sharing their own experiences of being belittled or gaslit, and thanking Janelle for giving voice to something they've long felt but couldn't articulate. It's a powerful reminder that reality TV, at its best, reflects back the struggles and triumphs of everyday people. And in Janelle's explosion, viewers saw not just a woman at her breaking point, but also a mirror of their own frustrations, their own moments of being talked down to, and their own desire to finally say, enough is enough. The question of who continues to swirl like wildfire, fueling endless online debates, TikTok theories, and Reddit threads. And while Janelle herself has not clarified publicly, the speculation alone has breathed new life into the sister wives storyline, ensuring that fans remain glued to every update, waiting for the day she either confirms the target of her words or doubles down on her silence, letting the mystery speak louder than any direct answer could. Either way, Janelle's eruption has cemented itself as a pivotal moment in the ongoing saga of the Brown family, a moment that fans will point to as evidence of the deep fractures, the unresolved tensions, and the ultimate collapse of a polygamous dream that was always teetering on the edge of dysfunction. And whether her fury was aimed at Robin, Mary, or Cody himself, the truth remains that Janelle has finally broken her silence in the most unfiltered way possible, giving fans exactly the kind of raw, dramatic confession that will echo in sister wives history for years to come.